Hello and greetings to you wherever you may be on our beautiful planet Earth, the third rock from the sun. My name is Anthony Altman, and today's date is the 26th of February, 2024. It's the evening, and I normally do not make videos at night. I prefer to do it during the day when I feel a bit sharper, brighter. But my wife has gone to bed, and the house is quiet. The cats are out doing their cat thing. And I'm thinking about a very profound concept. The title of this video, which is in the series, I think, the life lessons, and I forget which number it is, number 11, I think. But the title is AI versus AI. And as you can see, I have the schoolroom behind me, and this, I try to have the right image for the right video. It's about learning. It's life lessons, really. And I don't think like the average person. I think very deeply, and I'm constantly thinking and feeling how it is possible for humanity to improve the way we live, less suffering or no suffering, really. How we can develop harmony and peace with everyone on the planet. How we can each be prosperous in accordance with our measure of ability. How we can live in happiness, more than just contentment and joy even. How we can develop more of our consciousness and more of our innate human potential. Whoa, these are huge thoughts, concepts. And the issue really that I observe is that a vast majority of people, and I'm thinking somewhere around 75 to 80% of the people on this planet, according to my observation, just seem not to be able to think out of the box of narrow parameters in which they are placed, feeling that that's the extent of their potential, and they could not be further from the truth. So AI versus AI, what does that mean? Well, the first AI is artificial intelligence versus AI, authentic intelligence. Have you thought what authentic intelligence could be? Excuse me. This is a very good example to demonstrate to as many people who watch these videos as possible. Too many humans give their power away to that which is external to themselves, and they pay little or no heed to developing their own inner potential, their own inner consciousness. For some reason, they don't think it's there, it's not important, it's living in an unreal world. Let's have the real world. So what do humans do? They put their attention on artificial intelligence. Artificial this, artificial that, artificial medicines, synthetic medicines, departing from a natural way of living and going in the direction of a synthetic, artificial way of living. Do you honestly believe that that is your salvation? Or rather, it's going to be the cause of your suffering and your premature death? Why would anybody want to develop artificial intelligence at the expense of developing authentic intelligence? This is my question. I don't understand the logic. It seems that most people have no idea of the true capacity, the vast capacity of human potential. They don't understand it. They don't understand that we see less than 5% of the light spectrum. I don't think most people even understand what that means. It means that you are able to see an object because light reflects off it. And the spectrum of light, the degree to which we're able to see frequency of light, will dictate what we see. And if we are seeing visually with our naked eyes a very narrow light spectrum, then we are going to see a very narrow reflection of whatever objects the light is reflected off. So if you look around you, wherever you may be now, in the room, on your computer, if you're on the phone, just look around, out the window. What you're seeing is just, it's less than 5%. Some people say it's 0.005%, and some say up to 5%. So somewhere in that range. But whichever you consider in that range, the truth is we are not seeing more than 95% of physical creation, and most people don't seem to appreciate this. You're only seeing a small part of life. How could you live with that? As I use the example, if you were driving in a car and you were driving, not the artificial intelligence, and you could only see 5% of through the windscreen, you'd crash within 5 minutes. You wouldn't be able to drive. And yet we are expected to live our lives, make decisions, drive, conduct ourselves in a manner befitting leaders of countries, of people, being in business, being a parent, being a spouse. It's illogical. It is also said that we use 5% of our mental potential. This is the brain. We're not using 95% of what we've got in the brain, the mental potential, which means that we are not using our full capacity of the mind, which is limitless. Why are we not using this? It's because we are not developed. I don't know the reasons why, or we lost it all, or maybe we never really had it. I have certain ideas, and they keep changing, and I guess I don't really know. All I know is that human beings in the present time, if I could even use that term, humans on average are using a very small fraction of their total human potential and their consciousness. And rather develop that, they rather develop something artificial intelligence. It's actually, well, it would be funny if it wasn't so serious. People don't realize that as we develop more consciousness and more of our innate human potential, our level of knowing increases exponentially. And if you want to compete with artificial intelligence, like adding 2 and 2 and get 4 or whatever the equation may be, and humans can't do it, but the artificial intelligence can do what humans can't do, when we raise our consciousness and develop more of our human potential, that situation completely changes. And people just can't believe it. And yet it's all around us. We have many, many people who are not only intelligent, but also reflect, demonstrate greater consciousness. Intelligence is not the same as consciousness. You could be a scientist and be very clever, and you could also be a scientist being clever and be very stupid. You could be unaware of the interaction within the cosmos because you just don't know. And the only way you're going to know is by raising your consciousness and developing our innate potential. So we know, because intelligence is already existent in the world. Consciousness is already existent in the world. Our human potential is already existent. Everything you want to be and want to know is already in place. The only problem is we don't know how to access that. You could have the most valuable car, like a Rolls Royce, and pay £500,000 or dollars or whatever for your car. But if you don't have the key to know how to get into the car, you'll never get in. And the key for us as human beings is consciousness, human potential. So I'd like you to consider whether you think it is better to develop artificial intelligence at the expense of authentic intelligence. Don't you want to be authentic? Would you prefer to just be artificial, synthetic? I know that I want to be authentic all the way. And when we have developed more consciousness and more of our innate human potential, we don't need chips. We don't need anything artificial, because it's all here and all embodied within us, in the body, in the mind, in the soul. It's all there. All we are to do is remove the obstacles that prevent us from accessing that. And if you're in the mood for removing such obstacles and hurdles that prevent you from developing more of your human potential and consciousness, go on the internet, ask questions, send me a message, enter into a dialogue with me. Let's talk. Let's discuss this. I'll be happy to do this with you. In the meantime, I thank you for joining me on this road less traveled, the authentic road. I have absolutely no patience with anything artificial. I prefer the real thing, authenticity, real medicines, real science, science of being all that I am. That's what I'm interested in. If you're interested in that, then let's talk, let's chat, let's see if we can learn from each other. Thank you. Until next time.